Okay, here we are. We're hiking from Cascade Pond on the new connector trail to Wilson Pond. And we're going to start walking here. And as we're going, you probably wonder how trails get born. This is a brand new trail. And what it does is it starts out is the DC, Department of Environmental Conservation, they set up unit management plans that are a process to look at units and say, what can we do to make the area better? How can we manage the environment, both for nature and wildlife, but also for the outdoor enthusiasts? And see, here's a little wet area that we're crossing right now. And what they did here, we are in the Blue Ridge Mountain Wild Forest. They looked at it and they asked people, and people said, well, we would like to have more family-friendly, there's some blowdown we're going to cross, family-friendly trails, and we'd like to connect trails so we can have circuit loops. So, what they did, walking over this down tree, you can hear the noise, is they said, see, they cut down some trees here, so you can see like chainsaw, there's some pieces there that they cut out from this tree. This one tree looked like it had fallen down, and if nobody was here, did it make a noise? We don't know, but we'll assume it did. And they found that people wanted a connector trail between Cascade Pond, where we just were, and Wilson Pond, where we're headed. So the DC then looked at a map and said, let's do it. And you can see here, there's blazed trails. This is an open trail that they've already cut through. They maintained it. They used volunteers with the Adirondack Mountain Club and other volunteers. And then they come in here, they blaze a path, usually with flagging, and you can see coming up on this tree, I'll zoom in when we get there, you have a pink blaze, a pink flag, and that usually means, right there, that they came through and they blaze what they want to do. Then they come down later on and cut out the debris and just make a trail. Here you have a little crossing here, so what they do is they make a bridge. Notice this is all natural materials. These are trees that they cut, and then they go down here, and there's all sorts of ridges that are going through as far as to make it so it's groove and so you don't slip. And see, there's more yellow marker tape here. So this is a stream that we're going across. Now, as we've been going, I don't know whether you've been hearing a click, but I come through, this is, see, there's my surveyor's wheel, and as I cross this, I am measuring it. Now, I want to look later on. Here's a little click. And what does it say? It says 8,054. Now, that's going to mean something to me, because later on, I'm going to go down and I'm writing the trail description that will go in the guidebook. I'm going to do the math and figure out how far it was till there's a stream crossing on a log bridge. See, there's still some snow down there. So as we're going through, my role is here is now let people know there's a trail out here, and write a description in a hiking guidebook so that then people can come and they can plan out and say, okay, it'll be this many miles. See, there's another trailblazer. This is new, the new yellow trail. And as we're going along, you can see I'm still surveying. See, there's some trees that were chainsawed. Here's the other side. There's the pieces they threw in, and that way people can get through. So obviously you can see this is a nice trail. It's been many years in the making, and it's very wide. And this will actually go by two little backcountry ponds called Mitchell, and I'm forgetting the other one right now. But and they looked down and they said, oh, this looks pretty flat. We could put a trail there. Somebody bushwhacked through and said, yeah, this would be great. And they flagged it. They went through the planning process, unit management plans, got approved by not only DEC, but the Adirondack Park Agency. And they had public hearings before doing this. It's a very extensive process. And in fact, with cuts in the DEC's budget, another tree buzzed, and lack of personnel, it's been very difficult for them to do this. But they have, and this one is more easier because that bridge didn't take too much effort. Some of the wider streams have to be crossed. Then you need to get suspension bridges, and it can get more expensive. And progress is slow, but it's something that, as we can see here, does happen. And I'm measuring, and if you notice, now we're at 83.58, and the trail begins to descend a little bit more. I'll write that up later on. You'll be able to buy this guidebook from adk.org, and you'll be able to look up and take this route yourself and realize the trail dips at whatever mileage. Now, coming in on the right, we start to see a body of water. Very difficult to see with the camera, but we're going to get there pretty soon. Another trailblazer coming here. We're going between trees. Beautiful trail. I gotta recommend this between Cascade Pond, which is gorgeous. We were just there. And Wilson Pond, which is also gorgeous. I've been there before, although never by this trail. This little trail is going to connect two beautiful bodies of water and allow people to spend a weekend or park a car at either end and not see the same scenery twice by going in one trail and out the other. So we continue on. Pretty soon we're going to see this body of water, and that's probably where I'll stop this video, because it looks to be, you can see through the woods. Let me see if I can zoom in. And if I can zoom in, you can see it appears to be a pretty body of water. See, there's something out there. An island of some sort. So we'll be getting there soon. A lot goes into making a trail, and now this trail is up and running. It's blazed, occasional blowdown here and there, but nothing that's impassable. And there's more of the river, the lake over there. That must be Mitchell Pond. And just think of all the hikers that can come here, fishermen who can go out and cast the line into a new body of water and have an easy time getting in, and then an easier time getting out with their hands full of all the new fish that they caught, unless they pitch a tent, camp over, and eat that fish for dinner, which sounds scrumptious. Mix it up with a little butter, some garlic. Still got some snow on the ground over here on the left, and we're just pedaling along, making this trail to report on it later on and get more people out here so they can enjoy the great sights that we're seeing. And it doesn't look like we passed by the body of water at all. Looks like we're just going to stay up here. We might have to take a little path. So I'm going to zoom right in on here, and then we're going to call it a day. Mike Kelsey signing off from Mitchell Pond on the Wilson Pond Cascade Connector Trail.